Hey there, I'm Venitra, the CEO and co-founder of Team Skole and a recent AI PhD. I'm super excited to be talking to you today about a very interesting development from OpenAI called Agent Builder. So what is Agent Builder, you might ask? And they have some very cool developments around this. It's called Agent Kit, the larger space of these tools. And it's all about how you can use agents with OpenAI. How does this work? Well, Agent Builder is a tool that looks a little bit like this with these conceptual maps. And it's very similar to what you see with N8N, Zapier, and a couple of others, where we're going to have to get used to this flow of if this, then that, then the other thing, kind of like the flowcharts that we used to have a long time ago. And you start with a blank canvas and pre-built templates, and then you can continue from there. And people love Agent Builder. It seems like it's going quite well, although it is a bit newer than some of the other tools, so they haven't built out all the functionality and all the integrations that they want yet. But here's how to get started. So once you go to platform.openai.com, you can click Agent Builder, and it will only let you here if you have some money in your account. So you should try to do that. And I would recommend that you start with the templates. So what are some cool templates here? Well, for example, maybe document comparison. So what this flow looks like is we're going to upload two similar documents. We're going to make sure that these actually look similar. And then we're going to say, hey, this is the difference between both. And hey, this is what we should consider as the merging of the both. That this part from this document is better, this part from that document is better. Now, do you approve? Do you not approve? Do you like this new document? And then have an agent to handle the approval. So in this case, the approval agent is basically explaining your approval reasoning. If the rejection, it's saying, hey, this document is not great, explain your rejection reasoning, provide an explanation. And remember, this is not the explanation of why the model created this, but it's the explanation of, in this case, what part of the document was relevant. So we understood kind of what's going on here, but the easiest way to do that is to actually try it. So how do you test the workflow? Well, we're going to upload two documents that are a bit similar to each other. So I have a 1-page version of this, and I have a 9-page version of this document. So it's about the same stuff, but they are a little bit different from each other. So let's say we're going to test the workflow, and we're going to hit enter. We've uploaded our two documents. So now it's going to go to our triage request, which is ensuring the user submitted 2 errors. And in this case, it's saying, hey, we're not allowed to use GPT-5, which is an interesting error. So how do we actually manage to get this to work? We basically say under propose, so we're going to close close this for now. And here, instead of using GPT-5, let's say we're using GPT-5 Nano. And even here, GPT-5 Nano, here's GPT-5 Nano, this is GPT-5 Mini. Let's say GPT-5 Nano here too, and GPT-5 Nano here as well. Okay, this is our entire flow, and now we would like to work on previewing and testing how this works. So here I have 2 documents. One is a 1-page version of the same file. One is a 9-page version of the same file. So they are a bit different, but on the same topic. Let's see how they do. So it's going immediately to this triage request that ensures that the user submitted 2 similar documents. Let's see how that works. Now we can see what the response is of this. So the response from this specific agent is in the logs, and we can see, hey, of this classification compare. If 2 documents are provided, there's no user question, we want to do the compare flow. But if 2 documents are provided and there is a user question, we want to respond with answer question. So it's telling which part of this flow to follow. So in this case, because I provided only 2 documents and no question, we want to propose a reconciliation. So the reconciliation is that consolidate the two into a unified framework, reinstate the 4-stage pipeline, blah, blah, blah. This is all stuff about the research paper. And this is what we can do together. So the reason why this is interesting is that it preserves the strengths of both documents. We should do it this way. Does that sound good? And now we have to say yes or no. And this is actually really important, this human in the loop aspect, because sometimes we want our workflows to be automated, but we also really want someone to be in the loop. And so you can do that with this thumbs up, thumbs down addition in AgentKit. So we can say approve. And once you do that, it has the instructions with which it creates our new consolidated document from these two documents. So now we have a very cool workflow that basically creates the combination document, etc.